Going on, guys? Friday, July 12th, back with another MLB free play video. Yesterday did not make a video, but like I mentioned in a previous video, check the website. We had a free play posted there. It was the sweatiest free play win probably of the season. Giants, Blue Jays over 7.5. They score 5 runs in the first inning, and they just go silent for the rest of the game, and then a 2-out solo home run in the ninth cashes it. 5-3 final. I don't know why wins need to be that sweaty. 5 runs in the first inning. I'm thinking, all right, we're going to cruise to this one, then we can focus on the late games. Ended up 2-3 on our plays last night. And after 2 great days to start this week, 3 straight losing days, so that's painful. I've got 5 plays tonight to get back on track, and this is one of them. We're going to be looking at the Rockies versus the Mets. Remember, Fridays always start a new series. So when you start a new series, sometimes there are systems activated on game 1 of a series, or even at the end, like the sweep system. In this game, we have one of those systems active. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, let's just look at the pitching matchup, right? Tanner Gordon versus Sean Manaea. Let's start by looking at the Mets. For obviously, we know how hot this offense has been. They've been insanely good. Tanner Gordon is only making his second start of the season, right? His first start, he went up against the Rockies. He did give up 5 earned runs in that game, but he did go 6 innings because he didn't really throw a lot of bad pitches. He didn't walk anybody. He just got hit hard. But that's concerning. When you look under the hood, the low walk rate's good, but the exit velocity of over 93 miles per hour on his pitches, not very good. And then you go back and look at the minor leagues, because that was his only start in the majors. And same problem in the minors, is getting hit hard, an ERA of nearly 5. I think it was like high 4s. And that's across like 50 innings. So it's not even a smaller sample. It's a decent enough sample size to say, all right, well, I'm not sure this guy's even ready for the majors. I think his inexperience will be an issue here against the Mets. The Mets have been really hot, especially in this specific scenario, which is at home against right-handed pitching. Since June 1st, they're 4th in OPS at home versus righties, 2nd in WRC+. Overall, as a team, a WRC+ of 133 is excellent. They're not striking out, below 20% strikeout rate, walking nearly 10% of the time. Just really, really nice offensive metrics for a team that's streaking right now, that's getting hot at the right time to make a playoff push. So I like what I'm seeing out of the Mets. On the other side, Sean Manaea, a lefty. This is where I like to target the Rockies when they're going up against left-handed pitching, which we did the last time that they faced a lefty. I believe it was that game against Andrew Abbott of the Reds. But yeah, terrible against left-handed pitching. 25th in OPS. Specifically on the road, by the way. At home, they're a little bit better against lefties. They're much better at home against righties. But lefties on the road, 25th in OPS, 24th in WRC+, but 23rd in batting average. Everything's near the bottom. Strikeout rates over 30% against lefties on the road. They're not walking much, which is the one caveat in this game. Manaea tends to sometimes get a little out of control, loses his command. If he can keep guys off the base paths, it's going to help him a lot in this one. But the Rockies in these spots, they don't draw walks, so it kind of works to his benefit. Yes, there are a couple of strong bats in their lineup. Like every team, you can find 2 or 3 good bats in the lineup, but not enough as a whole. The Mets have 9 guys, 8 to 9 guys on any given night, hitting the ball very well right now, and it's going to work for them in this game. Now, finally, the system. The system here is, well, I like to call it home team heaters, but you can call it whatever you want. Home teams on a winning streak, starting a new series, but basically looking for teams at home. They've had to have won 3 games or more in a row, and they have to be starting a new series. So it has to be game 1 of a new series at home. This now, over the last 3 years, it's great. It's above 65%. This year specifically, 35-14, 69% on the money line. Some of those are juicy, so you'd be up around 13, 14 units, but 36-13 on the run line for almost 74%. You'd be up over 25 units playing it from that angle. The Mets fit this perfectly. They just swept the Nationals. They stay home. The Rockies have to travel. Massive pitching. I just told you the glaring discrepancies on each side versus the starting pitcher. Now, the line's really high, 240. I don't want to touch that, minus 240. I'm going to play the Mets on the first 5, right, to take advantage of that Rockies versus lefty matchup. And them versus Tanner Gordon, of course. So Mets first 5, minus half a run on the run line. That's minus 150, minus 155 in some books. You can get it anywhere between there. It's a little bit juicy, but I like this play for today. I think it's going to cash for us. Let me know what you guys think. I'll put the link down in the description for code month 50 if anyone's interested, and we'll be back tomorrow with another free play. Let's get it.